That's a tough one. The one that I'm going to choose has got to be the
All right, so you asked for it today. We have the showdown between the Babyliss FXONE and the JRL 2020 ONYX. All right, so we're gonna start out with the ONYX clipper. I'm gonna go ahead and do a number 2 on top, half the head. As you can see, man, it just mows through hair. Top. So now we're gonna go ahead and do a 1.5 right into that too. Kind of going over the parietal ridge area. Number 1 guard halfway open, blending into that 1.5 that we did just a moment ago. The 1.5 was closed. As you can see, these JRL clippers, they're moving through this thing like butter. Now we're gonna close it, drop down. Just blend right into that one that was halfway open. Now we're gonna come in with a half guard, halfway open. Just kind of flick right into that one that was closed. Close the half, drop a little bit lower, blending into the half that was halfway open. Now we can go ahead and create our line where we want the ball to end at. So this is the clipper, no guard, fully closed. I'm just kind of flicking into what we just had on there. Then I can just notch it one at a time. Just slowly flick at that line. Line up our vertical bar. So you don't have to worry about taking out a line if you don't create one. As you can see, I'm kind of flicking out. A lot of times I like to flick down to soften that harsh line if there is one. And then whenever I come up, I'll flick out. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and start with the number 2 on top with the Babyliss FX1s. Babyliss FX1s. Now we're gonna go ahead and do a number 1.5 guard, fully closed. We'll just take it right off the parietal ridge. Now we're gonna do a number 1 halfway open. We're gonna blend right into that 1.5 that we had closed. Now we're gonna close the number 1, drop in a little bit lower, blending into the 1 halfway open. Now we're going to use the half guard, halfway open, dropping a little bit lower, just blending right into that number 1 closed. Now we're going to close the half guard all the way, blend into the half guard halfway open. Now we're going fully open, no guard, dropping a little bit lower, just blending into that half guard that we just did that was closed. Close it halfway, drop a little bit lower. Now we close it all the way, dropping a little bit lower. Now I'll come in and I'll use my corners just to hit some dark spots. All right, so I got a quick question for you. Are you a barber?
No, I'm in the freight business.
You're in the freight business? So you know nothing about clippers, right?
Nope.
Okay, so I want to ask you a question. I want to get a, see, the reason I'm doing this is because a lot of barbers, I believe, are biased because they lean heavily towards certain clipper companies that they like, or maybe they like someone who represents them. You know, they think their barbers are cooler than the other barbers, or whatever the case may be. So they're not really a lot of times as honest about the clippers as they should be. You know, they just, they're gonna lean towards the company that they prefer. So there are people who are JRL fans. Man, they're gonna lean heavy to JRL and they're gonna say, Babyliss sucks. And then you have Babyliss fans that are gonna lean heavy towards this and say Babyliss sucks. So I'm gonna go ahead and ask you, a non-barber, when's the last time you picked up a pair of clippers, you know?
I don't. The only clippers I have is clippers for my beard, and those are just trimmers.
So there's trimmers, okay.
The only brands I know are the wall brands you see in Walmart.
Okay, cool. So what we're gonna do first, I'm gonna show you these two clippers. And we have the black JRL ONYX, and then we have the new Babyliss Pro. Now, right now, neither one of these clippers are really out on the market. I believe that some people are getting these, but I don't know that these are out yet. So anyways, just from the looks of these two clippers, I want you to look at them before you even touch them. Which one do you like best?
I like the aesthetics the JRL just being all black. That's just my preference. I don't really see any major difference other than the color and the skinnier bottom of the JRL as opposed to the Babyliss, but I see that there is a small little notch at the front here, which I'm assuming is for your thumb as you're going through clipping, that I don't see on the JRL.
Okay, so just looking at them, you're leaning towards the black because you like black.
Just the black, yeah.
Okay, which you have an all black truck,
yeah,
right? So you just like black.
I just like
black.
So
guys, he is like me in the sense that I like all black too, right? So, however, my newest vehicle that I've purchased is wolf gray, kind of the same color as this right here. But I usually go all black, as you can tell with my outfit as well. But so anyways, now I wanna let you go ahead and hold them. Which ones do you want to hold first?
I'll hold the JRL.
All right, go ahead. So ergonomics is what it feels like in your hand. How does that feel in your hand?
It feels good. I like the skinnier bottom.
Okay.
And kind of like how my middle finger is placed here on the back side. It does feel a little top heavy. I'm not sure if that has anything to do with, when you're cutting here or not, but it does feel a little top heavy. However, when I'm holding it in just my fingers, even though it's top heavy, it's very balanced.
Okay.
It doesn't feel like it's going to tip over or tip underneath me.
Okay.
It seems very balanced all the way around.
Okay, very good, very good. Go ahead and click the lever on that one. So go ahead and open it up all the way, close it all the way. Tell me what you feel about that. What does that feel like to you?
It has a very smooth, I'll say, trigger.
Okay.
Going top to bottom, it is very effortlessly to have to maneuver it up and down. I mean, it's super smooth.
Okay. So, and I will say that not all triggers, as you would call it, all levers feel that way. So that is something whenever you pick up those JRLs, when you open it and close it, you're like, wow, that's smooth. But I will say that these, so those are smoother than they've ever been. And I believe these are smoother than they've ever been as well. So anyways, so you like the color on that. You like the weight of it. Anyways, you like the way that feels. Cool. You go ahead and turn it on.
Oh, it's got two different speeds.
It's got two different speeds on there. Okay. So you got a slow speed, which most people never use, and you got a fast speed. How's that sound to you?
Being honest, not as loud as I thought it was going to be.
Okay.
When I first flipped it on, and then the second speed, I thought it was going to be louder. And it's not as vibrating as much in my hand as I thought it would be. It's actually quite smooth.
Awesome.
Cool.
All right, so, and that actually has a 5-hour run time, which right now, in one clipper, that is the best run time, to my knowledge, of any clipper on the market. So it will last 5 hours, which is very cool. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and trade clippers with you. So anyways, go ahead and tell me what you feel about that clipper as far as how does it feel in your hand?
This is a lot different than that one. This one here, you got the spot for your thumb, you got spots for your fingers in the back. It rests nice all the way in your hand. It doesn't feel like it's top heavy like that one did. It feels balanced all the way through. It doesn't, from holding at the bottom and even at the top, it's pretty balanced all the way through.
So you feel like if you grab this at the bottom, it's heavy, but when you put your hand where it's supposed to, it feels pretty balanced, but that one feels balanced all the way
no matter
through.
if I'm at the bottom or at the top, if it feels good top to bottom.
Okay. Now go ahead and click that lever, the trigger.
Yeah, that one's smooth too. I thought with how this one was a little built different, that it was going to be a little more stiff, but that rolls through just fine as the other one did as well. Now
just fling it open, fling it shut. How's that feel? Feels smooth?
Yeah, it's going. Yeah, it's moving real nice, real smooth. There's no catch in it. I thought for sure that there's gonna be a little bit of a catch, but no.
All right, so it feels good there. All right, so go ahead and turn it on. Tell me what you think.
This one is definitely louder than the other one.
Okay.
Has a little bit of a more vibration than that one did as well.
Okay.
But I mean, it's not anything. It makes me feel like I'm actually holding on to something more firm and smooth, and I have control of it. It makes me feel like I need to hold it tighter than that one, just maybe because of the noise and how much it's vibrating.
Yeah.
But I almost feel more secure holding this one.
Okay. So that one feels more powerful to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would
but
say
it sounds louder too.
Right, I would say that.
All right. So now I will say for everyone watching, these clippers were actually put together by Dennis himself. He put them together by hand, and he was letting us know that they would vibrate a little bit more and they would be a little bit louder, because he didn't put all the stuff on the inside to dampen the vibration and the sound. So these are like handmade, so this is not something that just comes right out of the manufacturer. So I don't know exactly how loud they're gonna be or how quiet they're gonna be compared to the JRL, because these aren't the actual ones that come from the manufacturer. But let me ask you a question. Listening to this one and then listening to that one, how much louder is it, and would it be something that would be obnoxious to you if you were cutting hair?
I don't think so. I think that you can tell a difference, but I don't think
It's
that's
that big of a
gonna make or break my decision on if I was a barber doing this one or the other one.
Now, we were talking earlier and you said that your uncle, I believe, used to cut your hair.
Yeah.
And you said that his clippers were so loud that you'd have to turn them off to talk.
Yeah, sometimes you couldn't hear, just because, you know, when they're by the side of your head,
Yeah.
all you hear is the zzz.
So do you
don't
think that would
actually
be
hear.
an issue with that one then?
I don't think so. I don't
Okay.
think so.
All right, so now when it came to cutting, I used the JRLs on one side, used the FX1s on another. Could you tell a difference as far as the smoothness at all?
No, at first you started with the JRL on my right
yeah.
side, and I felt how smooth they were. And I thought, okay, there's no way the Babyliss is going to compare to those. And once you started on the left side, I tried super hard to figure out a difference, and I couldn't see a difference or feel a difference, or besides the sound, I mean, there's, in my opinion, no difference at all from one side to the other.
Okay, and I will say that, so JRL and Babyliss both came out with new blade designs, which are cool. So for everyone who likes that Vapor blade, which is the fade and taper blade mixed together, I would say this is JRL's version of that. Great blade, cuts very smooth, real nice. So the FX1, they created a new blade as well. And it kind of has like a fade taper blade type thing to it, but it also reminds me a lot of like a Andis Master blade as well. And it cuts smooth also. So let me think. Oh yeah. So anyways, when it comes down to these two, like I said, this one, you can hold it. It has a 5-hour runtime. There again, it is, as far as battery life, that thing is gonna last longer than any other clipper, just with the 5-hour runtime. However, this right here, this is new, it's innovative, it's something never came out before. See that red button right there? So if you push that red button, check this battery.
Oh, it's got a battery.
Yeah, it pops out. So it comes with 2 batteries. You can have one on the charger that's charging, and basically one that's inside of it. So anytime this one goes low, you just grab the other battery, stick it in, and boom. Now this one does come with a stand where in between cuts, where, you know, maybe you're waiting for your next client, or if you're using the trimmer, you can set it down on the stand, and it'll keep a good charge as well. What's your thoughts about the battery, and, you know, what do you think about that? And let me show you too also. So right here, if you press this button, as you can see, it's fully charged, but whenever you start running down, it goes by quarters, right? So it's 4 quarters, it'll go down to 3, half, you know, a quarter, and you know it's time to take it out and put a different one in there. But yeah, you just pop it right back in, it's fully charged, boom, ready to go. What do you think about that?
I think that 5-hour run time, not being charged, that's something to be proud of. But
Yes.
in my opinion, having a battery to be able to switch in and out,
Yeah.
that takes it to the next level, the next notch. You know, you don't have to worry about, oh, I need to set this down or back on the charger. Set it down, keep going, do what you need to do. So I like the battery that comes in and out to swap them out.
What's cool about that battery, I ain't gonna lie, you know, and I love both of them. But what is cool about that battery is that battery, they're creating a whole ecosystem, whether it's a trimmer, whether it's a clipper, whether it's a shaver, whatever they create is gonna have that battery, so you can pop it out just like a
The
drill.
same battery from one to another.
Yeah.
You don't have to be a clipper to a trimmer.
Yeah.
Nice.
So just like you would have you know, like I have a weed eater and a blower and all these things that have the same battery, and I can switch that
Oh,
battery
yeah.
from all the different ones. So
I like
that's a
that.
kind of cool idea, you know what I mean? Definitely taking it to the next level as far as just the companies, man. JRL, Babyliss, man, S.Craft, everybody's taking it to the next level. In my opinion, I feel like these right now are the two top clippers, in my opinion. So this is what I want you to do, all right? I want you to look in that camera, and I want you to let them know, out of these two, which one would you choose?
Well, put me on the spot. May not get a brand deal, but the one I'm going to choose, that's a tough one. The one that I'm going to choose has got to be the, I feel like a college recruit right now about to pick my school. I'm going to have to go with the JRLs.